Hey everybody, Wiisdom here. Thursday, December 21st. Winter has officially fallen upon us, and it got friggin' cold here, IRL. Anyway, I remember now. Last couple of videos, it seems like the sound hasn't been as good, so the commentary sound of the commentary. So I tried moving the mic in a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Ironically, I used the Yeti for the old console stuff, in part because the Astro headset's really comfortable. But anyway, daily challenge for today: 15 kills in Roadside. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. And let's see. I think I'm fine with whatever we get. I did make a couple of aesthetic changes before we get rolling here. I just felt like it was time to switch it up a little bit. And since it wasn't countryside, per se, which you gotta admit, the snow shovel is perfect in countryside. Since there's no snow in the other maps, it's kind of... But I do like it just for the change in pace, if you will. Let's go ahead and crank this out. And let's play with 10 again. Just run with that. So we'll probably take care of the 15 kills first time around here. But I think we're ready to go. And you can sort of see my changes here. So, Beats Motel. I made a clever tweak before starting.
3, 2, 1. Capture that chicken.
My candy cane. Hey. Oh, that's right. Oh, he's... Okay. Whoa, I see you swinging, bro. Why the hate? Why the anger? Granted, Chicken Run is, if you want to win it, it's a little difficult. Either go get your kills and hope you don't fall too far behind. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Do I have any teammates? Does anyone in the blue sweater care to come and do your job? Okay. Gonna go for it? Wow. I thought that said I eliminated someone on my team, and it like freaked me out for a second. I don't know why I read it that way. What am I doing? Oh, I didn't think there was glass there. Oh, we needed that help. Granted, this will get us up to it, so we'll take that. It's that grenade launcher. Oh, somebody, yeah, my team. That's right, I've got the candy cane of doom. Santa's workshop has a special delivery. It's called candy cane on the side of your skull, cowhead, man. Whoa, look at that. Really? Such rudeness. Alright, yeah, I've got some stories after today. It's ridiculous. IRL. What? That must have been one swift shovel swing, Jade. That's, story time, huh? Guess where I went today? It starts with a W and ends in HE bubble hockey sticks. Oh, that nearly bounced off and got him. That's right, I went to Walmart, and we all know nothing good comes of a trip to Walmart. So, long story short, alright, I finally settled upon a gift for my mom and sister, right? And I would typically have done this at Target or online somewhere. And my thoughts were, hey, this Walmart here on my way to work has this thing. I think I'm just gonna pick it up there, right? I hadn't been in Walmart in a long time. Surely it's not gonna be any worse than it usually is. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. It was a nightmare. It was a terrible experience, as it always is. And so there's an item advertised online, right? Oh, he was even okay. And it was priced at a certain price point. Okay. And I go in there, and I'm like, hey, you got this in this cabinet? Because it was locked up, of course. And the old lady that didn't want to come and help me was like, yeah, if I do, it's in here. It's like, do you want to maybe use your key and open it up? And she begrudgingly, left her position at the photo counter and came out. Oh, man. And she confirmed there was one in there, and I was like, well, I need two. I was like, I only have one. I was like, well, I guess I'll take it. just go somewhere else. Which at this point in time, I seriously had thoughts of like, okay, screw it. You know, try to get 2 somewhere else. And I was like, no, dude, the odds of that happening are not good. Because it's getting late here, right? You know, we're sort of in a bit of a time crunch. And so I thought, you know what, just go ahead, have one. That way if you get to another store that doesn't suck, you know, it's not going to be the end of the world. And you can sort of take it in stride, right? You've already got one, you don't have to, you know, run around. So, I said, yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and take it. And I did. And it rang up $50 higher than it was advertised online. And I'm not trying to price match Mr. Anonymous on eBay. I'm on, believe it or not, Walmart.com. I know, shocking, right? That a guy would check the Walmart.com website before going to the store because they hate Walmart and they don't want anything to do with the place. And they hate it so much so they check that stock is sufficient before they literally take the time to go into the godforsaken place, right? What do you do, everybody? And so, that's what I did. I was like, hey, it's here. And it was. And I took it. And $50 higher. And I'm like, hey, man, that's a lot of money here, you know? Basically, you know, like what you get off of 3 seconds of a YouTube video, $50, right? So, there I was, and I was like, oh, no, ma'am, I believe that's, you know, you've got the wrong price. She's like, nope, it rang up that way. And I said, oh, no, here, I'll show you. I've got it pulled up on my phone. You know, I did that in advance, so I would have a little Walmart product number to make her life easier. And she proceeds to tell me that she's not going to price match. And I'm like, oh, no, hey, no, you're not going to price match. You're just going to, you know, sell this for the price listed on your website, right? Because I didn't tell her this, but that's sort of fraudulent. You know, that's kind of a big deal in the world. And lo and behold, she wouldn't do it. She would not sell that thing for the advertised price. She wouldn't even look at my phone. This crazy woman.
Victory!
And I'm sitting there just kind of like perplexed by the stupidity of the situation. Then I reminded, hey, we didn't get the 15th kill. I planned that so we can justify going into a second one, right? So I'm like, really? And I was like, I could buy this right now in front of you on my phone for the $50 lower price point, and I could come here and pick this up. She's like, yeah. And then the dude behind me gets in on it, and he's like, oh yeah, I've had this happen to me. What are we doing? Team deathmatch, cool. And he's like, yeah, I've had to do that exact thing before, man. And I was like, whoa, I'm not doing that. That's just stupid. That's incredibly stupid. And I just, you know, as an old lady, I'm not being mean to her. I'm just like, hey, this isn't on you, man, but that's just an archaically insane policy to have. She's like, well, you can see here, and she pointed this thing by the register, we don't price match, effective March 15th, 2017, a day that should live in infamy in this small town. And I was like, but I'm not having you price match the Walmart website. And wouldn't do it. And I was like, well, do I need to talk to a manager? She's like, yeah, you can do that. I said, okay, I guess I will. And she didn't offer to get a manager, so I was like, you know what? This is so stupid of a problem that I will not leave this terrible, horrible land of rollback prices until I tell someone that runs this place that their store and their policies are completely ridiculous. I take great pleasure in this type of thing, and it should probably have been, you know, if I uploaded that stuff to YouTube, I mean, I'd probably be living the high life, multi-million channel, you know, invited to all the fancy events, because it's like, oh, it's that guy that goes in and points out how stupid store policies are amazing. You know, I'd probably win the 2020 election in a landslide. You know, everyone, regardless of your demographics, your race or ethnicity, your personal beliefs, everyone can stand behind somebody that stands up to corrupt stupidity. And so, like a candy cane to the back of the head, I waltzed myself up to the dreaded customer service desk, and I asked to speak to a manager. And in natural Walmart fashion, they couldn't find a manager. It's another story in and of itself, but the manager came. And he's like, what's the problem, sir? And I told him, I'm like, look, dude, this is stupid. It's like, I came here to buy 2 of these. You only have 1. That's fine. Not a big deal. And I said, it's listed on your websites for this price. And I went to buy it for this price, and the woman rang it up, and it's $50 higher. And I said, I'm not gonna pay that. And she wouldn't honor it, and she's like, hey, we can't price match anymore. And I'm like, price match? It's your own store, lady. And so he was like, yeah, we can't do that anymore. And I was like, but it's on Wahalmart.com. I said, it's not Target, it's not Best Buy, it's not Newegg, it's not Amazon, it's not eBay, it's Wahalmart.com. And he said, yeah, it's, the stores have an option to not price match. And I'm like, price match? No. It's like, I spun my phone around and I was like, look at this. What does this say? It says, pick it up in the store today. You can add it to your cart, or you can pick it up in the store today for that price. And so he was like, oh, I see how you could be confused by that. It's like, you mean because I'm right? And it's a stupid policy? And I mean, he had to admit it is pretty dumb. And so he honored it. Very nice guy, as was the woman. She has her moments. I've picked up pictures from her in the past. She seems like she's like someone that doesn't want to work, but she does for some reason, and she doesn't want to deal with people, unless you're like Kathy that plays bridge with her type of a thing. My name's not Kathy, nor do I play bridge. So you can imagine how that goes. But, anyway, there I am, and they agreed to do that. And I tell him, I was like, yeah, I was going to buy 2, and he's like, well, does any other stores have it? And I'm like, yeah. And I said the next closest one that had it. And he's like, well, you going to go up there? I was like, well, I guess I could. He's like, are you going to go now? And I was like, well, no, I kind of came here on the way to work. Got to go to work, so I can have money I can apparently spend at Walmart. And he was like, well, here, let me send someone up to get that camera for you. And I was like, yeah, that's really nice, but that's like totally not necessary. That's another like stupid thing to say. I totally appreciate it, but man, I'm not helpless. Just the thought that you came up with it, I sincerely appreciate it, but I will get it myself, man. And so, that's kind of what I plan to do, right? He called it in, and he confirmed with the manager. She pulled one for me that they had. We're about to get quad spurs. Okay, we got it already, but we were about to get it for just the second time ever. But anyway, so I'm like, wow, this dude, he actually gives a crud about his reputation as a manager at Walmart. And I wasn't mean to him. My intention, he was like, well, let me sell that to you, sir. And I was like, no, I don't really know if I want to give you all the business. And, just out of the blue, he was like, no, you've got to get it. And I was like, no, I can go to Target, and if they don't have it, I'll go to Best Buy, which I hate. And so he was like, no, I want you to have it. And so he put a $20 voucher on it or something. I don't really understand it, but I got it for $20 less than it was even advertised for. And I was like, well, I can't say no to that. And he was offering to have people go get the other camera and stuff. And so it just kind of came down to it, and I was like, hey, I'll go up there after, my lunch hour or something. And so I did, and I spent all this time waiting at another Walmart, and waiting for the other manager, and she finally came about 10 minutes after the associate paged her. All the while, the man would not help the people behind me, even though I told him that he could help them, and I apologized to the woman behind me. I was like, I don't know what's going on. He should totally, help you. And so the manager comes. She's like, yeah, he's here for the camera. And the sales associate, to his credit, he's like, hey, you should probably stick around. You're probably going to have to override this for me, because it was, I guess, apparently adjusting their price. And she's like, no, it'll be fine. I'm the manager. He's like, no, I think you're going to have to manually override this for me. And she was like, no, I don't. And so he rang it. She took off, and he rang it up, and it was like, yeah, she's going to have to manually override this. And so I'm kind of thinking man, she just listened to the guy and done what he asked. And saved herself trouble, and so she had to come back and then override it. And he was like, yeah, if you can just stay here, you're going to have to override it again when we get to the final part of the transaction. And so she left. And he's like, I mean, we're talking literally like 4 seconds here between him doing whatever at the register he needed to do to line all of this up for us. And this is a good match, actually. But she comes in, and she gets back, and she overrides it for him. And then he's like, okay, here's your total, sir. And cool. And I gave him a check because I was trying to keep space on my charge card for car parts. Big sale going on that I kind of want to get in on here. And so I used a check, which I never do. I always use my charge card, so you have like protection. That's easier to deal with your charge card company than it is the stores most of the time. And this Walmart, I had just used a check in the morning, like 2 hours prior, right? They won't take the check. And I was like, what? I'm like, did I give you the wrong check? Like, I give you the one that I just used. And he's like, I don't know. And so I took it and I was like, oh no, this should work, man. He's like, well, it didn't. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh god. And so I'm like, well, I didn't want to use my charge card, but I guess I will. No big deal, right? I'm here. I've wasted all this time. I should just have it done. So I give him my charge card. Or I put it in the machine, and I'm like, is it a chip reader? And he's like, yeah. And it doesn't take. And I have to put it back in. And it comes up, and it's not like declined, like insufficient funds. It's like the machine doesn't read it. And then he's like, oh, you know what? I forgot that card reader hasn't been working. Here, hand it to me, and I'll try it on my end. And I'm thinking, oh, good. We'll get this taken care of yet. And he puts it in, and he's like, nope, it's not working. See, and he like pulls out this piece of paper, and he's like, it didn't take it. I do. I'm like, you won't take a check, you won't take a charge card. I don't walk around with this kind of cash. And so he's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. And so I was like, so basically I'll go to Target and get it. It's like, if they'll take your stuff. I'm like, oh, they'll take it. I was like, I only have this problem at Walmart, and I'm somebody that only shops there, like 3 times a year, and anytime you get, I've had it happen with CDs before. They reject my charge card. It's like, really? For $13.86, a man can't get this CD. And well, lo and behold, I had to leave the place with nothing, absolutely nothing. And I went to Target, and it was a packed madhouse, but I walked right in. They didn't have it out. I asked if they had it. They said they did. Guy went in the back, came out with the camera. I got the camera. Isn't that simple? Isn't that how things are? Now, I did try to use a check there. I was like, oh, man, level 37. That's not what he said. That's what I said. But he's like, oh, you don't usually write checks, because they know me. For some reason, I'm like apparently a memorable customer. Maybe because I talk to the people, I don't know. But anyway, what are we doing? Free for all. This could be interesting. So, there I am. And that was not first blood. Kind of one of those situations where, what do you do? It's kind of, okay, so he's like, you don't write checks here, do you? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I can guarantee you they'll reject it. Target, if you don't have a long history of writing checks, they're not going to take anything over like $50 on your first check. And so I was like, okay, I'll put it on the charge card. At this point in time, I'm thinking, okay, my charge card is possibly wigged out because of Walmart just rejecting it or something. And scanned it right through, got it, 0 issues, 0 problems. And very pleasant experience, no drama. And the crazy thing is, this is a very popular bundle. Everywhere has it for the same price. Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Amazon, B&H Photo, Newegg. Literally no retailer has a different price. And Walmart advertises it at the same price, and then you go in the store and they want $50 more, which is just ludicrous. And what was that? I guess it was Harvest or something. But got it all taken care of. The thing is, it's like, how stupid of a story is that? You even have to tell that story. But hey, I went to get a Christmas present at Walmart because it showed to be in stock. And then when I got it, it was, you know, they wouldn't sell it to me. And I had to go spend another 30 minutes with the manager. And, yeah. It's kind of a rambly story because it's kind of hard to like split your attention. I do this all live, obviously, since it's a stream. You should know that in this case. But it's just a stupid story. And it's yet another reason why I do not like Walmart. And I don't think I ever will like Walmart. I don't have these problems at other places. You gotta be kidding me. To the bathroom. But it's just stupidity. And it amazes me that this place can even function when they have policies like that. And the manager was a super nice guy, and went above and beyond, in my opinion. I even told him, I was like, dude, you're being ridiculous now. You know, I was like, I told you it was ridiculous about your, policy to not sell what's advertised on Walmart.com. But I said, you're also ridiculous. You're going doing way more than you need to be doing, man. It's like, I appreciate the gesture, but you're crazy. It's like, you do not have to do this. Well, that post saved so many lives. But, yeah, so I got everything I needed. But it took like 3 hours cumulative instead of like 1. Or it probably should have taken like 20 minutes, realistically. And it did not, and it sucked. But what can you do, man? What can you do, right? What? Whoa. Needless to say, I don't believe I'll be going into Walmart anytime soon. It's like I always say, I avoid that place like the plague. And it's not because I have anything against the store, though I do now. I usually have more against it than I used to. It's just such a, the reasons I avoid it is every time you go in there, there's always someone that knows you. And I don't know how they know me. I don't have a clue who they are half the time. And then when you do know who they are and how they know you, it's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't care to see you. I guess it wouldn't be like that if you weren't like in your hometown type of a deal. There's a lot of comfort to be had with strangers when you get right down to it. But it's one of those deals, man. And so it's not like they're gonna kill downtown Main Street with their low prices. I'm not that person. I'm just the guy that's like, man, I don't want anything to do with these people. It's always crowded. I can go to Target in the middle of the week when I run my errands, and it's like I'm one of 18 people in the entire store, right? Granted, a lot of it's probably because I go, later in the evening and whatnot, but I get off work, which apparently a lot of people don't do anymore. But I go into Target and I don't have any problems with people. If there's anything stupid like this, which there never is because they have it for the same price, and I could walk in there and it would be ringing up in the store for the same price because it's their own website. It's like, I just can't even begin to explain. And it's not like they say it's web only or web special or exclusive internet bundle offer. It's buy it here for this price or get it online, in store for this price. It's like, okay, well, hey, I'm just gonna pick it up in person. But it's beyond. So I don't have any issues with Target. Now, granted, they kind of lose your identity from time to time, but hey, once it's happened one time, you're pretty well screwed. Which, by the way, if you thought the government sucked, just wait until you have to deal with identity theft, and then you'll realize just how inept and lackluster they really are. They almost make Walmart look functional, but it's ridiculous. This isn't really a good spot to snipe. There's too much action always. Nice. Actually, this is a pretty good angle. That was a direct hit, by the way. We didn't kill him. don't know if you can shoot through the fence or not. I'd kind of like to investigate that. We probably have a big enough lead to. Uh-oh. Let's abort this strategy. Yeah, I mean, the manager's super cool, super nice, way above and beyond. I told him that. I told him I wasn't mad at the lady. It's a stupid policy. She's doing her job. As dumb as that is. But, like, I didn't go back there thinking, like, okay, I'm going to make you on this, you little, sack of trash, Walmart person. It was like, this is so dumb, I just have to tell someone. I'm going to tell the manager. And so, as it turned out, the dude was like, no, that is terrible. Let's see how you come up with it. He didn't pull the line where it's like, well, I'd love to do that, sir, but we'll be taking a loss or whatever. He was just like, no, we'll honor that. It's like, well, you freaking ought to, if I could, like, stand here and purchase it. And then, come in and get the same thing that you want to sell to me. It's just mind-numbing, the stupidity with which they operate that place. They want to kill that person. It's close, but no cigar. Is that the... Jeez. I just round and round, man. Yeah. Weird thing about my Walmart is it didn't used to be a 24-hour, and then it became one, and I was like oblivious to that fact for a couple of years. I mean, that tells you how often I'm in there. When you don't know that your Walmart is a 24-hour deal. Which, I don't know. I'm one of those people, like, I park at the garden center, even when it's cold, just because it's like there's fewer people to deal with. I've got it all figured out pretty good when you get right down to it. But that's just such a stupid policy. It's like, hey, did you get the Sunday paper to see what the sales were? And it's like, yeah, Target has some great deals. I mean, it's like, yeah, they do. We should probably go and pick up that
Minute left to go.
Nintendo Switch for $2.99. So you're like, yeah, we should. And then you come out there and you're like, oh yeah, well, that's just in the sales circular. Wait, you're telling me that I can't get this in the store? That's right here on the counter in front of you. No, sir, no, that's sales circular only price. And your question becomes, how do I buy from the sales circular? And they don't have an answer, And so it's like,
You only got
well,
30 seconds left.
it's online. They're like, yeah, you could buy that. I can hand it to you right now for the same price. It's like, if I can do that from my phone, why can you not sell it to me right now? It's like, oh well, it's store policy. I don't know if they worded that differently, or if they said that, like if Walmart.com said stores will not honor this price, it will be $50 higher, or your location may not have the same low price, blah blah blah. Cool. But that's essentially fraud. You cannot advertise something at that low of a price point and then go inside and charge people more. I didn't have to go that route. I wasn't going to because I just wanted to get the frick out of that place. But all in all, I got what I planned to get. It just was a nightmare, and it took way more time than it should have. So that's it. Daily challenge completes, and my apologies for rambling. Could have told the story way cleaner, more succinct if we weren't playing around at the same time. Bottom line, Walmart still sucks, but there, believe it or not, are a few people that care about their job. So that was good. That's just, I don't know. I figured the manager would be like a total, just worthless scumbag. It's like, oh, well, it's a store policy jerk type of a thing. A dude went, far above and beyond what they needed to do, or should have been expected to do, really. So that's good, but, kind of wish I'd have just, it was one of those deals, like it's a long drive to Target, and Walmart's on the way to work. So I just thought, you know what? I hadn't been in there in a long time. Surely I couldn't screw this up. I'm just gonna get, 2 of these things and call it a day. Nope. I knew better. But I try to have faith in humanity. all that usually does is waste your time. I'll just tell you right now. So, but yeah, hopefully it'll be a cool Christmas gift, and that'll make it all worthwhile. So it's kind of the reason for the effort, right? But man, that second store though, the story there that I forgot, the manager, after the second time she came back to override something, she didn't leave. She started working the next register finally to help those people out. And like, there I am, and it's like, won't take my check, won't take the charge card, won't take the check. She's there that whole time, and she did nothing. She was just there. And like, before I left, I was kind of like looking at her. I was like, what do we do? You know, talking to the dude I was working with, but looking directly at her. And she was clear she wanted nothing to do with that. So I don't know if they were just like pulling stuff and saying that, or if their system was really that stupid. But when I got a new TV, which I only bought, it's been several years now, but I think it was when I got the Xbox One. It has an HDMI hookup, right? I did not have that on my old TV. So I think I was running the Wii U through like an adapter for a long time. But anyway, I needed an HDMI cable, port, I should say. That's why I had to buy a TV. And I went in there, I could not get it. Sometime after that, it was around like Valentine's Day, I was buying a CD. They wouldn't sell that to me. It's like anytime I go to Walmart, I just kind of know I have to bring cash. And I don't know, it's nuts. I have a lot of friends with like the Walmart like charge card thingy, and they can't use it anywhere. Like, they can use it at the store sometimes they'll decline it there, which is hysterically ironic. But then like, if you get outside of like 50 miles from the home store, you can't do it. You can't use it for anything. You have to like call and get permission and all this crud. It's just insane. But yeah, I think I'm done Christmas shopping. I gotta say, my Amazon experience, which I avoided them since Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I ordered something from them, because it's like, where can you get this crud aside from Amazon, basically? And they suck so bad too. Like, I used to think very highly of them, and I've been very open about this. They were fantastic. They just suck hardcore now, and I know they own Twitch, and I'm an affiliate or whatever. They can can me if they want to. I'm not gonna lie to people. It's like, if you're invested in Prime and you love it for whatever reason, that's great. Good lord. I got this stuff on my sister's Prime, which is guaranteed 2-day shipping. Mainly, you have to do that because otherwise it ships in the same amount of time. It's just a situation where they'll not process your order for 5 to 7 days, basically. And my goodness, it's guaranteed 2-day delivery, okay? I got stuff in 3 days, and I got stuff in 4 days. On Prime, guaranteed 2. I don't know if I'm the only person in this country that has problems with that. Like, if it's gonna be, you know, hey, 2-day delivery on most items, that's cool, but it's clearly advertised, everything. You want it, you get it in 2 days. That's why you buy Prime, right? And if you buy a lot from Amazon, they're ridiculously excessive shipping charge, because I deal in shipping all the time. I know what this crud costs to ship across the country, and it's not $36 for 14 pounds of stuff. In fact, I think anybody can you don't even have to log in. I think you can just get the freight quote if you know their zip code from where it's originating, and you can check this stuff. But, God, that place. It's just, you know, I thought, well, you know, that was just, you know, maybe a small, minor thing, right? No. It's bad. And, Best Buy, you try to like them, but then the way they herd you through their line still bothers me. There's always something stupid that happens when you go there. And I only go there like maybe once a year. Probably like once every 2 years, truthfully. Especially now Skylander's not having stuff there. That's really the only reason I've been here recently. If Giants wouldn't have the glow-in-the-dark starter pack at Walmart, I don't think I would have been there. Walmart basically for me is like, I go there once or twice a year to print pictures. And sometimes like there's oil I get, and like a lot of times parts stores don't have it, but Walmart does, which is extremely odd. Yeah, I avoid it, and don't really know. A lot of times Target seems to me to be cheaper than Walmart, but if it's the same price or I'm paying it a little bit more, I don't care because I don't have to deal with all the, like, BS. There's not as many people that know you or think they know you. It's never as crowded. The employees, you know, for what it's worth, which Target doesn't have many, tend to be nicer, like more responsive and functional, I guess would be a key word. That's, yeah, it's interesting data. So then we looked at Christmas lights, kind of why, but this is so late. But yeah, we will see you tomorrow night. We should be back for yet another daily challenge. I think that'll be number 13 or 14, so we're getting pretty close to clipping off 15 of them. And take it from there. So if I sound tired or seem rambly, it's because I'm super tired. And I got basically no sleep last night, and I was tired when I streamed last night. So that kind of connects the dots for you. Anyway, Walmart and Amazon, two places I can live without just fine. So I'll end it at that. We got our daily challenge, 15 kills in Roadside. Had a good time. Hope you did too. I'll catch you back here in the next one. Adios.